Hey everyone. Okay, so I have been approached quite often. Sorry, I keep getting approached about my party method and my hostess coaching notes, and I know I have a few party videos and some training videos and stuff for my team that are floating around, and then I have a hostess coaching video. So my hostess coaching video was made on a whim. I did not have a ton of time to prepare for that video. I was really just answering questions for my team. Um, so I decided to make another video that goes into a little bit more detail and sort of explains what hostess coaching really looks like. So hopefully this will answer any questions that you guys have. Excuse me, I'm sorry, my throat's dry and my water bottle's almost empty. Okay, so bear with me. So one of the biggest things that I'm getting the most feedback on is how I schedule my parties. So I want to talk about that really fast. And I'll go into that first. I set my goal, my PRS goal, my personal retail sales goal, at something different every month. My goal is never really like a flat goal. And the reason for this is because when I joined Unique, I made a decision to better the financial future of my family. And what that looked like at the time for us, I had no idea that I would ever do anything with Unique. I knew that, I was kind of desperate and something had to change. And here I had this great opportunity to work from home, and I needed to decide what it was that I needed to do to make that happen. And so what that looked like for me at the time, which I still do this, actually, it still works quite well. And I teach this to my team, and I really believe in it, is to look at how much money you need to be bringing into your home. All right, so most people who join Unique, for the most part, they're looking for the financial gain. That's more often than not, that's why people join, right? You're joining to make money, or you're joining to steal the kid. Either way, it's one of the two. Like you join for one of those two things more often than not. So, excuse me. So I knew that I needed to be able to control how much money I was making. I knew that I had that ability, and before I ever even considered recruiting anyone or building a team or anything like that, I knew that I could make money, the money that I needed, on my own sales. Because originally I didn't really want to have a team. I didn't really want to be a leader or make it to the top of the company. That wasn't my goal. Obviously that has changed, and it's very much my goal now, but at the time it wasn't. And so what I needed was to just have my goals set to give me the financial breathing room that I needed at that time. And so what this has turned into is what has now been coined, thanks to Brittany Kaplan, who I was just talking to about this. She coined it the compensation to, or not the compensation, the commission to goal plan, right? And so that's really what it is. So what it is I set aside how much money I need to bring home to my family for the month. And so let's call this $1,000, right? Well, for the sake of the video, we'll say $1,000. So if I need to bring home $1,000 in sales in my own commissions, not counting anything else on my team, right? And I'm saying if my goal is to make $1,000, how much product do I need to sell in order to pull that back in my commissions? Well, once you hit yellow status, that's $4,000, okay? If you're white status, then that's $5,000, but it changes because you'll get paid more once you hit yellow. Anyway, $4,000 basically. If you want to bring home $1,000, you need to sell $4,000, okay? Because we make 25% instant commissions. So that's how I set my goals every month. And it's the same thing. If I say, okay, maybe this month, I think I want to bring in 500. So boom, I need to sell $2,000 in makeup. And I don't depend on my team for my own personal sales commissions. Like I've always been really passionate about this. This is something that has really, really, really meant a lot to me since I joined, because I didn't want to ever feel like I was only successful at this because I was depending on other people. I never liked the thought of that. And my thought process with all of it has changed a lot since I've joined, but I still feel very passionately about setting the example as the leader, and and not really depending on my team to pay my bills. It's something that I'm passionate about. So what I do is I set myself a goal, and my goal is, whatever it is, because that's what I want to bring home to my family. So the way that I do this, I set my goal and then I map it out. I'm under, Micah Jenkins is my upline black, and then above her is Carly Reeves, who is the top leader in the company, and she speaks very, very, very passionately about mapping your goals. Mapping your goals is huge, and this is how I was taught. This is because until Micah went black, Carly was my black, and this is what she taught me. She taught me to map my goals, and she actually taught this to me the month that I went green. It was my second month. I said that I was going for blue in her team page, and she was a new black. I think she had just hit black like the month before, 2 months before or something. But she had this goal post in her team page, and she was like, okay, well, tell me what your goals are this month. And I was like, I want blue, fresh and eager and excited. And she was like, so green, right? And I was like, I didn't even know what green meant then. I didn't even have a clue. But I was like, no, I mean, green would be cool, but are you kidding me? That's $10,000. Like, that's crazy. I can't hit green. No way. So fast forward 2 weeks, and I hit blue halfway through the month. And then she messaged me, or she commented. I don't remember if she messaged me or she commented, but somewhere along the way she talked to me. And she said, so you're going for green now, right? And I was like, no, I'm so content. I'm going to enjoy the next 2 weeks. I'm just going to kind of relax, and I'm so proud. I'm so happy, like young and dumb. I didn't even have a clue what was going on. And then she was like, you're stupid. You're going for green. and she knew that she could talk to me that way because like we have similar personalities. And so I was just like, well, okay, I guess I'm going to go for green now. And I mapped it out, right? So that's what you have to do. So I do the same thing with my parties, and I do the same thing with my hostesses, right? So that mapping that Carly taught me for my own promotions has sort of translated down into my parties now. And it's really how I work my business completely and totally. So I probably mapped too much, really. She'd probably tell me that I'm dumb for this. Carly, if you're watching, don't. I'm not dumb, I swear. So anyway, just joking. Okay, so I map it out, all right? So, and this goes into like scheduling your parties. So if you watch my other video, you see that I schedule my parties, and I'm very meticulous about the way that I schedule parties. And this goes back into me with my commission goal, right? So I always have a commission goal, always, no matter what. And I base my PRS goal on my commission goal. I think I obviously explained that. But so I schedule my parties so that I constantly have parties going, but they are all starting on the same day. And then, every round of parties is starting on the same day. So I can just like post the same thing in all of them. That's the best way to do this, I'm convinced. It's the best way to manage your time, to effectively manage your parties so that you don't lose your mind. If you're starting a party on Wednesday, and then you start 2 on Friday, and then you start 1 on Sunday, and you start 1 the next Monday, you've got parties going, and they're at all different points of the party, and it's really overwhelming. And you could probably burn out. I mean, I can definitely see how I've actually had a presenter burn out because she had too many parties going, and they were in too many different places, and it sucked because she was a really great presenter. She actually just recently came back to me because she loves me and she's amazing. Anyway, so schedule your parties. So I schedule mine on the 1st and the 10th and then the 20th of every month. And so there's like a day, because parties are actually 11 days. There's actually like a day of, like a crossover. You have a little bit of a hangover, an overlap in your parties, if you will. And that's not a big deal. You just, you just have like 3 busy days a month, whatever. Super easy. So schedule your parties. first 20 or first 10th and 20th or first 11th and 20, what, whatever dates work for you. Or some people will start parties on Sundays, or they'll start parties on Wednesdays, or it's totally up to you. Whatever works for you is going to be the best thing for your parties. This is what works for me, so I schedule them. I don't just pick up a party. If somebody messages me saying that they want to have a party, I'm like, okay, that's awesome. I have the 1st and the 10th and the 20th available. Which date works for you? And then they pick, and then I'm not scrambling, trying to get it all done right then because they want a party. And oh my God, I need a party. It's not like that. So there's that. So the day before your party starts, you need to be connecting with your hostess. And I am a huge advocate of getting her on the phone. See this? That's a cell phone. We all know what these are. We're attached to them all the time. I have a house phone too, but it's charging because I've been using it today. So cell phone, pick it up, call them, get them on the phone, talk to them, set a goal for the party, find out, send her over to your website, say, hey girl, have you had a chance to take a look at the products yet? Do you know what it is that you're wanting to get for free or get with your hostess rewards? And then you kind of know what they're interested in. If they're only interested in a mascara, see if you can kind of get them talking about other products a little bit and browsing around. This is going to help with your party. So you want to get that taken care of. You want to make sure that they have a goal. And so I just flatline all of my parties at a $500 goal. I want all my parties to hit $500. Some do, some don't. Most do. I would say most of my party average is like $650. And then I hit like $1,000 parties probably once a month. But the only reason, don't be wowed by that. That's not that exciting. The thing is the only reason that I'm hitting them as often as I'm hitting them is because of the amount of parties that I'm doing. So I try to do like 20 parties a month. So if you're only doing, here's the deal. If you're only doing 4 or 5 parties a month, you're only going to get a $1,000 party once every few months. That's the way that it works. So not every party is going to qualify. So don't beat yourself up when a party doesn't qualify. It's so totally normal. I have parties that don't qualify every single month. I promise that every single presenter out there will have parties that don't qualify. That's just part of it. It's sales. That's just sales. It's the way that it is. So it's nothing bad. It's just the way that it is. So that's why you book as many parties as you can. The more parties you book, the more exposure you're getting, the more you're growing your network, the more frequent those $1,000 plus parties are going to be. Okay, that's really important. The more frequent those $1,000 parties are going to be. Okay, so that's what you want. I mean, $1,000 parties are where it's at. You're making good money. Your hostess is getting a ton of free stuff. Every single one of my $1,000 parties has ended up joining as a presenter. Every single hostess. But she had to work her party. None of them got off scot-free. They all worked their parties. Hardcore worked their parties. But I got on the phone with every single one of them and Skyped with every single one of them. And we talked the entire time, the entire duration of the party. So don't start a party and then leave your hostess in the dark. Talk with her, message her every single day, build a relationship with her, because a couple days in, you're going to offer her the opportunity. And if you're not trying to establish a friendship with her, she's probably not going to be that interested. I mean, she's got to like you. People join people, and people buy from people, right? So people aren't always buying the product, they're buying the person. So keep that in mind. One thing that I like to say about my parties is, our parties in general, and I got this from Cara Lewis Newton, and she's a party rock star. She's like hardcore party rock star. You are not selling mascara in your parties. You're not. I know, that sounds crazy, right? It's crazy. You're selling the experience of the party. That's how you get more bookings. That is the key to getting more parties. So people ask me all the time, how do you get so many parties? And I don't know what to say other than make your parties fun and be original and have fun. Engage with your guests. I spend the first day and a half in my party not even talking about products. I don't even talk about products. The first day and a half, I only build relationships with my party guests. That's it. I don't do anything else. We play a game. I talk about the raffle, and I only do a raffle prize if the party qualifies. That way I'm not giving money away if I didn't make any money. Or not money, but I'm not giving product away if I didn't make any money. I engage with customers, shoot them messages back and forth, do like a roll call post. Where are you? Where are you from? How do you know the hostess? Have you ever tried Unique before? And sometimes I don't even ask if they've ever tried Unique before. I really try to keep Unique out of it for the first day. And then it's a polite way of introducing yourself. You wouldn't walk up to somebody who you just met and just be like, "Hi, I sell Unique. We have this really great mascara. You should buy some," right? I mean, you wouldn't do that. And if you did, people would probably walk away from you. You'd be like, don't be those people at the mall that, are standing there at the kiosk and they're walking up to you and you're like, "No, don't look at me. You don't see me. I'm not here." No eye contact. Don't make eye contact, right? You don't want to be that person. So don't be that person online. Try to get to know them a little bit, just find out who they are and what they do for a living and where they live and, if they've got kids or, find some sort of like commonality. Chances are you have something in common with every single one of your party guests. You just kind of have to dig to find it. Once you find it though, that sort of sparks that friendship. All right. And so that friendship is what's going to get you more parties and more hostesses and loyal customers. My customers send me gifts. They send me gifts. And it's not because I'm all that wonderful. It's just because I mean something to them, because I've taken the time to build a relationship with them. Like that's huge. This is so crucial to your business. Build a relationship with your party guests, because they end up being your customers, your hostesses, and your presenters. So it's very important. Especially build a relationship with your hostess. Okay, so when your hostess coaching, set a goal and then set the expectation. So you need to make sure that your hostess knows what she can expect from you. And then in turn, she needs to know what it is that you need from her. So a lot of people don't have a clue how to be a hostess. I didn't. When I did it the first time, I didn't have a clue. I had no idea how to be a hostess for an online party. Not a clue. And you get sent this big long thing. Nobody's going to read that. I didn't read it. Nobody reads that. They don't understand the importance of their involvement in their parties. So it's so critical, again, to get them on the phone or like on Skype, FaceTime, whatever. Talk to them and just take some time and chat with them and let them know, it's super important. Your party is going to have the best response if you are active in the group or the event or whatever. It's the way that Facebook algorithms work. Facebook is basically a popularity contest. That's what every single post is, like a popularity contest. And so your posts need to be popular. And the best way for them to be popular is for them to be engaging, not salesy, not spammy, and for your hostess to comment and like them. She has to do the work. If she wants free stuff, she's got to do the work. Okay? So party on. Have fun with it. Parties should be fun. They should be so much fun, okay? So what you're going to be doing is you're building the relationship, all right? She knows what to do. She will most likely do it. I promise. She needs to be sending private messages to people in order to invite them to this party. You wouldn't just invite 350 people into your house for a makeup party, right? I wouldn't. That's crazy. So it's no different on Facebook. So invite 40 to 50 people. 50 is kind of like the sweet spot. She needs to be inviting about 50 people, because out of those 50 people, probably 25 are going to show up and probably 10 to 20 are actually going to purchase. Okay. So there's like a magic number with 50. 50 is where the magic happens. Okay. So, and she has to private message every single one individually. Very important, individually. Okay, maintain communication with your hostess. Again, every single day you need to be talking to her, messaging her, letting her know how her party's doing, letting her know if there's something she can post, asking her if she's messaged her friends, if they're interested, if there's anything. Build a relationship. Not just about the party, but again, ask her how her day's going, if she's got anything fun planned, blah, 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 blah. build a relationship, be friends with her. I mean, most of the time you can get along with anybody. You just got to find those commonalities, right? Okay, so what this does is you're grooming her and you're not even pushing her, right? You are grooming her, you're building a friendship with her, right? So whether she joins Unique or not, you have a new friend. And I don't know about you, but there's no such thing as having too many friends. Okay? There's no such thing. So after a couple days, you're going to ask her if she's ever thought about joining Unique. Hey girl, you're so good at this. Have you ever thought about joining Unique? And the reason she's so good at it is because you have done your job and you've told her exactly what it is she needs to do. So when she's doing those things, give her that positive reinforcement. Let her know that she's doing a great job. She's more likely to continue doing it, just like anything else in life. I mean, if you're doing something right, don't you want to be acknowledged by your leader or your spouse or your parent or your friends or, your kids or whatever? Like, if you're doing something good, don't you want somebody to be like, hey, good job? All right. So make sure to acknowledge the fact that she's doing something really, really great and that she's really good at it and she could totally do this. And then 9 times out of 10, they don't join on the 3rd day of their party. It has happened to me a couple times, but more often than not, if I present the opportunity midway through a party, they're like, oh yeah, I've thought about it, but I don't really know. I don't really like to sell. And then, you end up later convincing them that they're totally capable because they just did it. So that's something to think about. So offer the opportunity because even if they don't join, you're putting the bug in their ear, right? You're planting a seed. Okay. If she is able to buy ahead of time, if she is able to have the products on hand, even just the mascara or BB cream, primer, any of those like hot like top sellers, if she's able to have any of those before or during her party, that is very helpful. If she's not, that's okay. You can still work her party. Do not have it in your head that a hostess has to have the products on hand in order for you to have a successful party. I don't believe in that at all. I've had plenty of successful parties where my hostess did not have a single product. Okay? Doesn't matter. Get around that. Get that idea out of your head. It helps, yes, but it's not the only way. 6 to 7 days into the party, when she's doing well, tell her. Build her confidence. Validate her, uplift her, empower her to do more. All right, that's what this company does. That's what our focus is. So do it. Don't just talk about it. Go do it. Okay. Let's see. I'm going through notes. I already went over a lot of this, so I don't want to double. I know I've already kept you 20 minutes. Sorry. Okay, so your job, set up the group. I do my parties in groups, but the reason I get away with groups is because my hostess has to invite people. Do not let your hostess mass add 300 people to a party. That is not how to do it. It's actually against Facebook's rules. So please don't get yourself thrown in Facebook jail. And yes, it's a real thing. So don't be spammy. Don't do that. No more than like 60 people in a party. If she actually goes and messages 300 people and all 300 people say that they're super duper interested in her makeup party, by all means, invite them all in. But that's not realistic. That's not going to happen. So 40 to 60 people, 50 is the sweet spot, okay? Okay, I always have a couple party posts that are already in the group before people get invited in. So I have like information on shipping, information on the return policy, information on Unique, and I have a welcome post. And then after everybody's added to the group, they go, when they're added to the group, they're going to go click around. Well, if there's nothing in there for them to click around, they're just going to be like, oh, great. And then you might have lost them. So you have one chance to make a first impression. Just one. So make it good. So have a couple of cool, fun, exciting, eye-catching pictures in the party before you add people to the party. Once you add everybody to the party, post a welcome video. One video per day in your parties, people. 1 video per day, minimum. I post in my parties 4 times a day. One of those is a video every day. Okay? All right. Let's see here. So keep your hostess in the know. Again, let her know what she can expect. Let her know how the party's going to go. Plan your parties. Make sure that you're not running around trying to figure out what to post. Have it figured out. Have an outline. Write it down. You don't reinvent the wheel. Do not reinvent the wheel. Mascara is our #1 seller. That's what you sell. Okay? Yes, we have a lot of great products. We have an entire line of amazing cosmetics, okay? And I sell more primer and BB cream than I sell mascara, but I always, no matter what, you lead with mascara, you stay consistent about mascara, and you end with mascara. And you can toss in a couple of products in the mix. I like to stick to my customer top 10 favorites, and that's like primer, BB cream, liners, foundation, thanks to Jenny Peterson and all of her wonderful videos. Thank you, Jenny, by the way. You've made me a lot of money with those amazing videos. Those do well. Splurge cream shadows do really well. I don't know if I sell a ton of blush. I don't know. I know I do sell blush, but I don't think it's not one of my top sellers. But I mean, the top sellers are pretty much standard across the board. Primer is my #1 top seller. I swear I sell more primer than anything. And BB cream, because those are my 2 favorite products, even more than the mascara. Shh, don't tell anyone I said that, but it's the truth. Those are my products. Those are what speak to me as a busy mom. So I sell them very well because they're products I'm passionate about. So always mascara, no matter what, mascara. And then you can toss in your favorite products because they're going to be the ones that you're most comfortable selling and talking about, okay? So that's going to come across in your posts. Always be peppy in your posts. Always be exciting. Use emojis. They're so much fun. Always do that. Always. Okay. Be adaptable. If people are asking about other products, talk to them about other products. But, don't go crazy into it. You don't want to confuse people. You don't want to overwhelm people. We are not, Sephora. When I walk into Sephora or Ulta, I get overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. All right, so think about that. So keep things really simple. Okay, of your 4 posts today, I'm almost done, I swear. 4 posts a day in your parties. Your hostess should be posting once or twice a day, but you should be posting 4 times a day. 1 video. It doesn't matter. There's no method to these 4. Every day should have these 4 posts, but you can change it up the order. 1 video, 1 game, 1 makeup tip, and then 1 selfie. Okay? So that's what you gotta do. 1 video, 1 selfie, 1 makeup tip, not a product, not even necessarily a unique tip, okay? Just a makeup tip, and then 1 game every day, okay? All right, the more interactive posts you do in your party, the better. That boosts your Facebook algorithm, which means that your posts are popular and they're gonna show up in more people's news feeds, all right? This is super, super, super important. I have 6 party do nots, absolutely do nots, and then I'll wrap this up. No negativity, period, no matter what. There is no room for negativity in your parties. There's no room for you or for party guests to be negative. Don't do it. It's bad for you. It makes you look unprofessional. Don't be unprofessional. That's rude. Don't do it. No blank picture posts. Don't post just a picture without any type of content in the comment area. I mean, if you're going to post a picture, tell the story. What's the story? Keep it to just a couple sentences, nothing longer than a paragraph, ever, on your pictures. No link everywhere. Okay, so what I do is I actually create custom banners for every single party. Every party has its own banner because I have a domain and I do subdomain forwarding. So my party links are something like katie.lovelyladylong.com because Lovely Lady Long is my domain, so that forwards to my party link, and then my hostesses get their own personalized link. So my cover photos in my parties, it's got a picture of me and it says, welcome to the party. My name's Sarah. I'm thrilled to be your unique presenter. To shop from this party, please go to, and then it has the party link. All right, so that it's easily accessible everywhere. It's in the description, and then I'll post it like here and there throughout the party, but I don't post my link on every single post. I think that it's spammy. Even when it's a pretty link, I still think it's spammy. No begging. Do not say the words, get your orders in. It makes me crazy. It makes me crazy. When I see a post and someone says, okay, ladies, time to get those orders in, I'm like, really? I gotta go get my order in? Like, I have to go rush and grab my debit card and come over here and get my order in? Like, what is that? Don't do that. It's spammy. It's pushy and you're begging and it's not good. It's not good for your business. Don't do that. Stop begging people for sales. Stop giving away the house. Stop giving away prizes for people to order. Stop giving away your commissions. I'm pointing at you. Stop giving away your commissions for people to order. Our products are not overpriced. They are so reasonably priced. We are comparable to other high-end mineral and natural-based lines. I know, I've used them all. We're actually cheaper than a few. So there's no reason for you to give away your commissions begging people to get sales or to beg people to get sales. We have good products. Focus on presenting the products in a positive way, all right? No salesy. Don't be spammy. Go watch Sherry Brown's video, The Art of Non-Selling. Go watch that right now. Go watch it. I don't care if you've seen it 100 times. Go watch it again. Sometimes I watch it all over the time. Anyway. All right, so no public parties. Make sure your parties are always in a private event or closed or private groups. I like private groups because I don't like to get the random notifications that people are trying to join my party. Nobody's trying to join my party. That's crazy. No typos, please. Please make yourself appear that you know how to type. All right? Don't do short text talk in your parties. Spell the whole word, right? You have spell check. Most smartphones have spell check. Or do talk to text and just double check it because that can be a little crazy. Check your autocorrect because sometimes things get a little bit crazy. You guys know what I'm talking about. Autocorrect can be weird. So make sure to just go back over your posts and make sure everything's spelled correctly. Make sure you're not doing, sale when you should say sell, and little things like that. So just present yourself to be an educated expert in your field. Your field is not cosmetics. Guess what? We're not cosmetologists. Some of us are. I'm not. I have a couple on my team. But your job is to be an expert at the experience of these online parties. And they're so much fun. They are so much fun. You just got to get the fine tuning, just kind of work them out a little bit. All right? Coach your hostess. Get her on the phone, talk with her, set a goal, set the expectation, get to know her, build a relationship, offer the opportunity. Acknowledge her when she's doing something good. Give her the positive reinforcement because she's going to keep doing it. This is psychology, guys. Just do it. Don't you want to be told when you're doing a good job? Yeah. So do it to your hostess too. She deserves that. She's hosting a party. Okay, set your commission to PRS goal. How much money do you want to make? Multiply that by 4. That's how much makeup you need to sell. Okay? Make that happen. Don't rely on your team to pay your bills. Sorry. Just have a thing about that. Okay, build the relationships. Build relationships. That's what it all comes down to. All right? So that's pretty much it. It's a 30-minute video, sorry. But that's really so important. Build the relationships, get to know your hostess, get to know your party guest, present yourself as somebody who is honest, who is warm and friendly, who answers their questions honestly, and who's willing to find information. Say you don't have the answers to everything, don't ignore the question. Find the answer. Go to your sponsor, go to your upline elite, research it on your own, go to YouTube. There's so many videos. I can't tell you how many unique presenters I follow on YouTube, and I learn from all of them all the time. So Constantly, I'll leave you with a quote. Okay, it's a very good quote from Whitney Husband, and she told this to me recently. And she said, "You do your best, and in time, your best gets better." Okay, so that really stuck with me. That totally stuck with me. You do your best, and then over time, your best becomes better. So you constantly find ways to be better at what you're doing so that you're always doing your best, and your best is just getting better. Okay? So rock your parties, rock your hostesses, rock your business, and have a great day. Bye.